Hello everyone, we're back playing some Cultist Simulator tonight. Where we left off is going to be ascending to the Stag door. The ascent is slow. Winds from nowhere pluck at me. My skin is stained with light. The wood shivers with motion far below. We need the riddle to the Stag door so that we can begin to proceed toward endgame. Exotic cravings, pretty standard stuff. Looks like we finished reading a book from our last session. My studies have been stymied. Well, we didn't have something that we needed in order to get through that, I think. We were going to be upgrading some lore, which is an effective thing to do. I think we needed something else, like an erudition to get... Now to get erudition, we can just go ahead and read whatever's around, and then use that to upgrade this thing to another level 6 lore. Lantern lore. Still doing really well on money, so... Now, do we want to send anybody out to do stuff, or just go talk in the streets about the lantern? Now, theoretically, we could be doing some cult business stuff with some of these people. I only recently remembered that. But it might be a good idea to recruit some more people. So let's see if we can find some more folks. Sending somebody to go search the streets could be a good idea too, like myself. Search the city by hand. Okay. Restlessness, pretty standard. We have an affliction that we can cure. A little bit of money. Buy some medicine. We get out of this. Day job complete. And back to work at it. Where's that reason? There it is. There we go. Invest health to pass the white door, or follow desire to the stag door, door of the no. That's what we want to do. We're going to the stag door. Strange streets. Okay, here's the stag door's riddle. Stag door. A rigid barrier of blood, streaked horn, huge enough for a ship to pass. It was broken long ago, and even now the scars are not quite healed. In a declivity beside the door rests a vast and wounded golden head. Its mouth would be large enough to swallow me, were its jaw not shattered. It is the name, Gearby, begins to intone its riddle. The Gearby is like some kind of guardian for this. I recall this from a past playthrough. So here's our thing. The stag door's riddle. What are the words that make sacrifice sweet? Answer the riddle to pass the stag door and be accounted a no. Okay. I don't know what makes things sweet. Some lore we don't have, I think. Words that I don't like. This riddle. I just feel like we don't have the solution for this. So I might head right back in there and ask for a new riddle till I get one that I like. Good. I just don't know how I feel about this one. Or is this? Do I need knock? Oh, here come the cops. That's great. This is the only thing for him to find is notoriety. So, yikes. That's okay, we're gonna come after him if he grabs it. If he's able to determine some new evidence with that, we will have to do something about that. Let's wait to study till I get this thing back. Oh, we met someone. Cool. I think there's enough time to read a book, you know? The Locksmith's Dream, Stolen Reflections? This sounds like a cool book to read. The 4th volume of Teresa Galmier's expansive work. Did I read this before? I don't know. It's been a couple weeks since we played, so let's just go through this again. No longer a discussion of the dreams of artisans, but a valuable survey of their other works. The tone is calmer than that of trespasses, but occasionally fearful, even paranoid. This volume was published in 1926, okay, but almost immediately recalled and pulped by the publisher, of course. The request of the author, or possibly the authorities. Well, we're having police problems now, so depending on which story you believe, a few copies survive. Well, we have one, folks, and let's go ahead and read all about this. Janus is the gatekeeper, the twin god, the god that wounds. Okay, well, we're trying to get through a gate. The presager of changes. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. The sun, the moon. But we can identify him with the Watchman, the twins, with the mother, with the forge, with the meniscate and the madrigad. He cannot be all these, can he? I mean, those are all different, like, symbols. So there's a unifying force behind that. That would be pretty awesome. The Flamens knew the church, knew the dry land, knew the Elagabalus. Cool. Is he then the synthesis? That's what I was just wondering. Or is he something else? In Galatia, they called him Lanus Laminus. Lammius. Okay, sorry. But the Oblivates are notorious for their slanders. Okay. That was a tough book to read. I don't know that I followed all that, so we're just going to dive into it, see what happens. We'll have police all over us, so we're going to need to get rid of this dread as soon as possible. Oh boy. Bring in the evidence and the notoriety. If this upgrades, we are going to be in bad shape. Okay. The stag door again. Dream on the riddle. Answer it. Well, I was hoping that they would give me a different riddle. Are they not going to do that for me? Well, let's at least get healed up for this before. I'm afraid that if I don't get rid of the affliction, that like I just get permanently wounded. So we'll take a hot minute to figure that out. It feels like we're about to have like damning evidence on us anyway, which is potentially going to be a problem. Is this fascinations? Yeah. Oh, we don't have any problems with that right now. Let's see what happens here. Tentative evidence. Okay. He has two pieces of evidence now. What the heck? The adversaries lodged a copy of their notes elsewhere, with their solicitor or their superior, even with the contact and press. This is troubling. Okay, but they're not better evidence. He just has two pieces of evidence. Well, screw you, dude. Like, I'm not concerned with him. We might as well get back to work before we, you know, get fired. Our day job's counting on us. Glover and Glover are wondering where we are. I don't want this riddle. I would like a better riddle. Alright, what happened with the volume of the Locksmith Dream? Oh, come here, kitty. The cat that wants to sit on me. Alright. Well, we solved that. Janus has, they say, not one face, but two. To which I reply, why only one? Why only two? Herr Solt and Kosely, according to Thomas Love Denman, once agreed that Janus was all the gods and none. Okay. But later Herr Solt insisted he was all the gods. And Kosely favored simply none. Denman was a sinister dilettante. But this rings true for them both. Okay, cool. Well, he had some moth lore for us, which is pretty awesome. Kali... Okay, cat problems here. We're going to grab this moth lore that we already had, but we'll be able to combine those two with some other stuff to get a really big moth lore. And it also gave us a lantern lore that we like. Unmerciful mantra? Really? Now we have 3 of those, I think. We are cooking. Oh, that was just a glimpse of... Yeah, we have a bunch of this. We found a hanger-on again. That's pure meat for us. The mystique that we could have used earlier. Well, why don't we trap this dread before we have any real problems and just like recruit somebody with a little bit of trappings. Oh, we talk about this. We bring Leo in. We want to recruit him with a bunch of this. And we're just going to chuck that dread in there so that we're solving problems around here. Problems of bad cards that we don't like. Leo, it's time you join the cult. Welcome aboard, buddy. We are happy to have you. Now, I got that erudition before. We were going to do something with that, weren't we? Everyone was all in on doing a thing. Like studying this glimpse of Mansis that we have numerous of in order to upgrade. Study the glorious lore. Let's just get better about the glory. Put them together. I bet it's just going to ask for erudition. We have it. I'm not concerned. Apparently I had a fascination. So this sucks. And here I am consuming a dread. So this is awful. I don't know how that happened. Okay, we got our health back. That's wonderful. We go to the white door. We're gonna try this again. Okay. It will not prop. What the heck? Okay, so that's not happening. So we just spend health. We'll just go sleeping around there. Apparently, we need to solve this. We don't have. I don't know what this. What makes a sacrifice sweet? That sounds like it's going to be like a Grail answer. What may be lost? Mercy? That's not it. Yeah. Whatever it is, we don't have it. We need to read more books. Alright, so what were you? Leo's a heart guy. Didn't we have a bunch of heart people already? We had a bunch of Grail folk. Maybe we're missing heart. No, they're over here. Leo can hang out with Clovette, and we have heart people. Not bad, not bad. I don't know how this got misplaced over here. Oh, we have talk and explore that we can mess around with. It wouldn't hurt to go try to break into something. We have all these places we can be moving into. Forsaken Reach, I think, is a repeatable location, so we don't need to get messing around with that. We can explore this furtive truth, start moving on to the next sequence of locations in the Shire. That could give us the kind of buildings that we're looking for. So we're going to uncover sites in the Shire that feature the histories. Odd nooks remain in the quiet countryside, here and there, for those who know where to look. Go check it out. Get back in there. Oh, the police are back. He's just going crazy. He grabbed Mystique. What a doofus. Actually, that's the only thing there was for him to grab, so in his defense, he didn't really make he didn't make a mistake. Okay, we have got Vitality. We went to work. We're going back to work. Keep working, keep grinding. I just want this evidence to go away, because he's not going to find anything right now. So we need to wait a minute before we do anything sketch. We can't have any notoriety happening around here. Okay, so we've gone back into this kooky place. Like, do you want restlessness? No. How about I head to the orchard? I got a glimmering. Well, that's better than nothing. Not as concerned with this. I believe we've already read this about what happens in the orchard. So we just take it. Okay, well, we just need to solve this riddle. And I don't know what it is. But we found Keglin's Scratch. Here the Romans dug for silver until they reached the unsanctioned space where the names hid things not fit for sunlight. Whoops. Many others have come since then, even as the tunnels crumble. Some have never left. Ooh. Okay, well, I'd like to visit there at some point, but not right now. Not while we have the cops on us. So why don't we just go buy another book? Not like we're running out of money. No shenanigans. Okay. This thing still needs to be cured with something else. We need to either put a dread or a fleeting reminiscence in there. I don't know where we're going to find fleeting reminiscence. There's some way to get it, like, simply. They've been stymied. I, like, keep forgetting to put something in there to do that. I think we just spaced. Well, we're not giving up on that strategy. Introduction to Histories. The 17th century mystic and antiquarian Claude Hersault describes divergent incidences in 5 major histories. Okay, that looks like an introduction. It's could be an easy book to read. Let's keep buying books, yo. Just grinding that day job. Okay, fine. He grabbed evidence, but there's nothing he can do because he never found notoriety. So it's like, have fun with that guy. Now, a fleeting reminiscence did appear, and it went right in here to cancel this fascinations, because that's good. The dread went away. He's playing with evidence that he has nothing to do with anything. We got sick again, of course. We have vitality to get over it. We're going to spend our dream on that as soon as we can. Collection of essays. We already had some of these. We can stack that up top. We might be getting near the end of how much stuff we can buy from this book store. But I say we just keep shopping. I mean, until we, like, literally clear out the bookstore, until the point where they kick us out of here and say, like, you've bought too many books. Okay, he grabbed evidence and he did nothing. I guess he did reset the timer on it, though. Whatever, Copper. I'm not as concerned with your nonsense. He's had a lot of time to build a case against me, and he hasn't really done much. Okay. Read whatever's at hand. Erudition. Thank you. Now I wanted to put these two things together without it being dumb. So maybe I should pay attention to my work, you know? To my verbs. That's a me problem. Ah, we found a book that we didn't have. The 6 Letters on Necessity. Warnings and confessions about the cost of the invisible arts, addressed to a student by the 17th century magus and, whoa, excuse me, and reported immortal Julian Kosely. We've heard his name mentioned before. He or she. I kind of want to read this book. It's an orange book. It seems a little intense. I want that. Alright, as long as this cop isn't doing anything right now, I suppose we can start to head into a place. Do I have... Many have come since then, even as the tunnels crumble. Some have never left. I'm, like, concerned whether I have the right stats to get through Keglin's Scratch. So maybe we don't want to go diving right into that. We can go find another place in the Shire. Let's search the Shire again. We had furtive truths. I mean, we can look around. Okay, give me the money. At some point, we're going to need to deal with the obstacle at this job. It's getting a little annoying. We might just need to find, like, a hulking person that we can, you know, use. Like purchasing, like, a helper. Alright, here's that affliction. From our sickness, we're going to dream on that with some vitality that still had 17 seconds left, and we're just going to heal up naturally. A different event gave us a bonus to vitality, so we're going to spend it. Save us a buck. Not like I'm running out of money. It might be that I can't hold more than 49 gold, and this is all silly. And at some point, I should just be able to quit my job. Okay, the world's as it is. The fascination has receded. Things are looking good. We don't have a bunch of evil events around here. Might mean we can actually take some things to the streets. begin to just send folks out for some cult. You know, either if we're not talking cult business, then we're having me go out and just talk about esoteric matters. We might meet someone. Let's just do it. I'm taking it to the streets. I'm yelling at the street corner. What do you want? This puzzle with missing pieces. I might find those pieces in odd corners of scholarship. Provide erudition or use a library. Here's your solution. I don't have a library. Or maybe I do and don't know it. There's a lot of cards on the table right now. There's a lot of strands in my brain. And one of the evidences went away. We found the Lockwood Fen. The reeking murk of the fenlands is ripe with furtive life. Taciturn locals still watch the sacred places of the small and secret gods, the ones that answer prayers. Sounds cool. Maybe let's see what happens when we go in here. What is it going to say about this? I don't know. I'm strangely compelled to go into the Fen here. I could send an expedition here to find books, treasures, tools of power, but I'll need followers to send and funds to supply them. Well, what kind of followers are we sending out? Like, we have 2 disciples in our team. The leader is Slee, he's coming in with this lantern knock stuff going on. Violet is a winter disciple, and this Valken is a forge disciple. So let's just start with you. I'm actually going to send the winter one, and I'm going to bring $2 so that we have enough money. Out in the Mudlands, somewhere, we are certain, is a shrine bedecked with precious oddments. If the locals try to kill us, we are probably heading in the right direction. Uh-oh. So I need some way to fight them. Expeditions need at least 1 funds per obstacle. Followers will defeat obstacles. If you run out of funds or followers, the expedition ends. We know all of that, just so that we're clear. We recap it. I'm going to send these people in. These are 2 of my best cultists, but we need to start hitting up the Shire, getting some better tier rewards here. And since the cop has kind of just like fallen on his face from the last round of investigation that he did, we're going to start taking advantage of it. Aha! So providing that was the answer. It just took us like 12 tries because of being stupid. There it is. Is that it? You have resolved a knowledge challenge. So this is probably going to upgrade these 2 4s into another 6. We already have several 6s here, so we're going to upgrade 2 6s into another thing as well. And then we'll keep cranking up that lantern. Get as high as we can with that. Alright. Yeah, it says I can hit 50. It doesn't seem to be a limit on money right now. I was wondering if it was like, you can't hold any more than that, buddy. Doesn't seem like that's the case. Let's just keep going to Glover and Glover. No acceptance, though, or our game ends. Alright, exotic cravings. Gonna obsessed with our quest for enlightenment, of course, of course. We got healed, yes, yes. I bet someone. A patron. Ooh, this could be good. What's going on down here? Our expedition plans for the next challenge. So what are our challenges? Well, we need, one of them is pits and quags and sudden tumbles. The earth here cannot be trusted. We will need strong hands or clear sight, forge or lantern. We also have bad guys. Mortals, perhaps even ordinary mortals, but quite a number of them. They can be fought, seduced, or deceived. Do we have like enough moth people to like seduce them? If we send a bunch of moth folk? Fought, seduced, or deceived. Lots of edge people. We have several edges. Are our 2 edge folk going to get it done? These pawns are more edge. It could take a long time to get everybody in. Doesn't look like we have enough moth folk. So I'm going to start sending some of these edge people. Could get expensive, but this is why we have all that money. Alright, what was the deal with this? Restlessness? Wonderful. Typical, typical. We're going to try to trap this if we can. Alright. The Watchman will lend virtue to our lamps, so they will show us the perils to avoid. So we're starting to get through this first one, the treacherous ground. Do I need... It says we will probably get through. Do I need to send another lantern person? Do I even have another lantern person? I don't think I do. So we're just going to let that go and assume that good old, what's his name? Slee will give us enough stuff. Oh, okay. We're getting a lantern event procced. The Glorious Lore. I've increased my mastery of Glorious Lore, which we call by its aspect, the Lantern. So that's 2 of those. So let's see if we can upgrade this 6 to an 8. Study the lore. 2 unmerciful mantras. We have 3 of them. We might as well try to make an upgrade. There should be just enough time to... Oh, cool, Dread. My favorite. We need to get rid of this. We have to trap this right before it turns into Dread. And we have just enough time. We found a patron. The laconic, energetic, bright-eyed, unblinking owner of the Isidis Club, the place, the cabaret that we go to. And what does she do? She can teach us Sanskrit. Well, she's a patron, and I would take that as a good thing. We always need all the patrons. Put our lantern back. Mystique is fine. And let's try to recruit someone and trap this restlessness before the dread becomes an issue. So who are we recruiting? Somebody. We have all believers down here. Maybe there's enough to do a little upgrade-a-roo here. Can I make someone else better? Can I make a better edge person? To promote them to that, I need high stuff. And this is more. Yes! So, we'll be able to turn Rose into a better fighter, which is what we want. And we always needed restlessness to do that, because that was the last bit of lantern that we could trap with our unmerciful mantra that will put it over. Because it's 2 more. So, Rose, you might get to be the big fighter, and we're going to need you in a moment once we get through this next thing. Hopefully you get this done, we can send you right into the field. You can get into the Shire and help beat on those guys, so that we can loot that place. But we better start sending pawns in. We're going to need these folks to get there too, so there's just 1 more edge. Okay. I hate to have to send 1,000,000 pawns out there, like unknown NPC, but it's like, I need help. We need to get through this. Alright, work, work, work. Doing that day job, getting paid. This better be good, by the way. I'm hoping this is erudition. It is. Hopefully the erudition is all that this needs. Into the night. Wisdom, except this is our solution to this next thing to get to 8 lantern lore, which is going to totally open up the game for us. Wisdom is a country, and these are its maps. Solve all the challenges on both fragments of lore to complete a research task. Well, give me a thing. It didn't give me a thing. Where's my thing? Probably coming. Alright, the expedition continues. We have 3 edge, but we want more than that, so we're sending another pawn. They got through the thing. We got our guy was able to get through the treacherous ground for us. So we're off to a really good start. What do you need? Aha! Challenge, knowledge. There's a puzzle with missing pieces. I might find those pieces in old corners of scholarship. Provide erudition or use a library. Good thing we just got an erudition from a lantern event. Hello! And fascination. Oh, this lantern business is going to keep making that proc, and that's fine. Well, Rose, you are a disciple. You have 5 edge. We can actually use you to potentially beat on our enemies and other things like you are now, like, going to be able to do some good things for us. She's, like, basically ready to fight. And I might have to have her do that. I might have her go after the boss here. What do you got for us? Our strength may not be enough. The Watchers may be too much, but we still have a chance. Well, that's what Rose is here for. Our strength is considerable. The Watchers aren't ready for us. We should be able to bring them down. Get in there, Rose. What do you got? Aha! We succeeded. We're going to be able to upgrade this to a level 8 lantern. And that, I think, is going to be enough to basically disciple out our entire team. Like, we are going to be ready to rock here any moment. What do I got here? Some of this. Why don't you go in here? Because you don't do that. It just goes away on its own. Glover and Glover, get paid. I'm gonna get back to work there rather than mess around. We'll have to, eventually we'll send someone to deal with this annoyance and hopefully get us a prisoner or a corpse. Except any of that. There's not much happening with this. Let's just go talk, let's go take it to the streets for a little bit. We get some mystique, that would be fine, because we want to get diluted with mystiques before this stuff goes off. Okay. Okay, so we killed them. Once Rose got there, she murdered the enemy Watchers. Blood pumps bright, then dark. They should not have opposed us. I knew she was ready to. That 5 edge, she's just coming in there ready to throw down. That was exactly what we needed. Alright, Tristan Interludes should get some contentment because we do not have a fling. The world is as it is, more reminiscence due to the fascination being solved. We're going to keep our dreaming slot open. What do you got for us? The treasure lies beneath it. Before us, of course. Our expedition plans for the next challenge. It'll consume funds. I can add funds. Do we have any funds on us? It looks like I spent all the money. Just to make sure things are okay, I'm just going to throw money at them so that they don't... They feel they're properly being paid while they're out there. If they bring it back, it doesn't matter. Oh, okay. So there was another challenge with it. I thought that our aha moment was going to be enough, but apparently we employ a rarefied mind. Do I have that? I don't have any solution for this. Oh, I have to be even smarter to be able to get through that. Aspect library? When am I going to get a library? Are any of these possible libraries? Location. It's a pit and a headquarters. And it's a secret headquarters. I don't know. We don't have a library. We can't solve this. We don't... If I had a fascination, that would work, but where am I going to find that other than in 8 seconds? That's just not happening. Every time I get a fascination, it tends to go into visions, so... There's got to be a way that I can just be like, oh, if I do this, that, and the other thing, I become fascinated. But yeah, our studies were stymied. Whatever. We met an acquaintance. That could be good. Collect the money. Keep working. Keep grinding. So this was bogus. We didn't get anything out of that, but... That's fine. You get nothing. Here's your cards back. Might as well read that book. Well, the 6 letters on necessity. It's figured out what here is. Cosley's tone is urgent, as if he suspected he might have little time left. Let's just read it and see what happens. Dread. Great. Not worried about that. Alright, we got through it. Place behind desire, so it did proc a grail event, but we got through. The ring used shrine. Apple green paint marks ritual circles on the rock. The remains of sacrifices past squelch beneath our feet as we search the shrine. In a little hollow in the throne rests an oiled bundle of treasure. All right, there's a winged doll in there. It's a tool. It's a moth tool. In an attic above a skeleton house, there was a window. Beside the window, there was a box. In the box, there was a bandage. In the bandage was a twist of clotted hair. In the hair was wound a doll, because the window had never been opened. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna put that with my other, tools. Wow, we also have the icon of Saint Agnes. This is also a tool, and it's a knock tool. Saint Agnes of Bohemia was renowned for her pious dedication to the mortification of the flesh. This icon makes for grisly viewing. Ew. Let's put it over here. Vital pigment, that's more red paint we can use if we ever decide to become a painter. Once we have a certain amount of money, we can just be like, well, I'm a painter now. I don't have to work for this crappy job anymore. But what do we get here? This is a book. The Flayed Tantra. This Tantra is recorded as being spoken by an enigmatic individual identified as Peel, with many of the qualities of the mythological Naga. The Flayed Tantra plays a notable part in Alexander Sparrow's paranoid pamphleteering. Okay, well this is like a weird looking book, and it's in Sanskrit, which I don't think we speak, but we're about to learn Sanskrit because this new patron can teach us it. So we're going to be able to deal with that. There was money, that's probably our money. And then we bring our people back. Pawns up the Ying, they came to help fight. Victor was also a guy for fighting. Lee, Violet, got it done. And what do we get? 1 notoriety, which is what I expected. We're getting through that. Cool, so we have successfully raided the Shire there. And we went and got it done. I am feeling decent about this tentative evidence wearing out before he gets another shot. If he does get another shot, he has a 50-50 chance of getting the wrong thing. Hopefully even more if we get another Mystique in here. So I think we're going to be doing all right. We just need to get more lore so we can figure out the solution to this Stag Door riddle. Keep reading these books and just keep clawing our way to get through that. Because once we get through that, we can start our endgame process, if I recall correctly. And that's what we're looking to get done here. Try to wrap this up and just succeed at Enlightenment victory. So I appreciate everybody for watching this episode, and I'll be back recording some more Cultist Simulator, hopefully soon. Take care.